Hi, friends. My name is Paige.
I'm Morgan.
And this is Girl Manufactured. Listen or cringe along with us as we look back at music from the It Girls, wannabes, and victims of the Tween Idol industrial complex.
Which icons broke the mold and which sitcom starlets turned forgotten pop stars still deserve their flowers?
Today we're covering So
Uncool
Uncool by Keke Palmer with special guest, my friend Destiny.
Hey,
Woo!
what's up, y'all?
Destiny, tell us a little bit about yourself
Oh, okay.
and your connection to Keke.
Well, Keke Palmer was one of the few darker skinned actresses and singers that I saw on TV growing up. She was a real big inspiration for me because, for someone who grew up in the South where I grew up, we weren't taught to love and appreciate our skin tone.
Yeah.
And I saw her just kind of walking in appreciatory feelings about how she looked.
Mm-hmm.
And so I felt like that was really helpful, I guess, to me, to somebody like me who struggled with that. Anyways, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Born and raised, moved up here to Philadelphia when I was 19. I am a writer, struggling writer.
All writers.
But yeah, and I just, I love music. I love Keke Palmer. I love stories.
Well, we're excited to get your stories about Keke. Oh my goodness.
You about to say Kiku like the sushi place?
And the gag is she can't even pronounce her name.
No.
I'm excited to get your thoughts on Keke and her music. And so thank you for telling us what Keke Palmer means to you. I do want to list some things that make her such a star. One, because everyone who would listen to this should know who Keke Palmer is, but I didn't realize until Nope came out that people don't know who Keke Palmer is. Because, what was it, 2022 Nope came out? Jordan Peele's Nope. Have you seen it?
Yeah, 2022.
It's good, and she's so fabulous in it. But some people, online, articles were saying, her breakout role. And so people were like, what do you mean this is her breakout role?
Well, breakout, I think that just means Hollywood standards. Hollywood standards.
Exactly.
Because we know her as a Nickelodeon kid or, a kid who grew up on our TVs when we were kids watching children's shows.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So a lot of millennials already know who she is because we grew up watching her on TV.
Yeah.
However, older people probably don't know who she is, or even younger people probably don't know who she is.
That's true.
That's a good point.
What's super unique about her as well is she's both a Disney and Nickelodeon star.
I love that.
To have that kind of crossover, that's power. She was the first Black woman to star in her own show on Nickelodeon, True Jackson VP, which I did not watch, and I'm kind of mad I didn't, because one, Keke Palmer's amazing, and then her best friend in the show is Filipino, and I was like,
your representation, and you missed it.
I was like, what? Two non-white leads? I could have used this shit. What was I doing? I was like, what? Why was I not watching?
You were busy watching Victorious.
No, I wasn't. That was too late.
Okay.
No, I watched iCarly.
Yes.
I loved iCarly.
I love iCarly.
Did you watch True Jackson VP?
I caught, I wasn't a super huge obsessed fan of True Jackson. I did see it. I saw a lot of episodes of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was more of a Disney kid than I was a Nickelodeon kid.
Yeah.
I went to Nickelodeon for SpongeBob and
SpongeBob. The cartoons,
the cartoons and stuff. That kind of crossed over with Cartoon Network for me, and then Disney is where I watched all my live action stuff.
The DCOM Jump In.
Yeah.
Did you watch that movie, Morgan?
I think I would have seen clips because at this point my family did not have cable, so I was
I remember watching it.
I feel like I've seen clips of it.
Yes,
if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it now. It's
we
add it to the list.
Yeah,
we could watch Jump In right now. That's not true. We don't have Disney Plus, but it's within reach of our fingertips.
Oh yes, with Corbin Blue. Yes. I know this.
So I
Sorry.
did watch the movie, but I was gonna say the only thing I remember about the movie is I don't even remember any lines. What happened? I just remember Keke Palmer and Corbin Blue, and me just thinking, "Wow, Corbin Blue is really cute." And like that, like that's all I remember.
Plot,
That's
no.
that's it.
Jump In is my brother's favorite decom.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Can he
Uh,
double dutch?
I don't know.
Can you?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you still double dutch?
Yeah, but it depends on how my knees are feeling today.
Yeah.
If my
Yep,
knees are
yep.
okay, then I can do it.
I don't think I
Yeah.
could jump rope anymore. Really, I never could double
It's
dutch.
tiring. I don't know how I used to do it for minutes on end.
Well, we had so
Kid
much
energy.
That kid energy, yes.
Yeah. Unmatched.
When's the last time you double dutched?
Like maybe 2018.
Wow.
Maybe back
It's
then.
been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm sure it's like riding a bike though. Like
Mhm.
I mean, I would learning double dutch would be fun. Sorry, I'm going off track because now I'm just like thinking
You're
about,
made TV.
I know. I'm thinking about the kids, the trick to seeing like where the rope is and when to run in. Okay, sorry. Keke also became the youngest talk show host ever. With just Keke at age 20.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And she also hosted a Good Morning America spinoff. I forget the name. Later in life, it's a white woman I don't know, hot black football player who wears like suits.
Strahan, Sarah, and Keke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I right about him? Do you know what I'm talking? He's a famous football player who wears suits. Who wears like the
that could be anyone ever.
Yeah, he
What
does.
is that? He's gonna show up in his football uniform.
He's like
He does wear suits.
He wears a lot of suits, and like I'm thinking like the plaid suits, and he has a really beautiful smile. I don't know what I don't know what he plays.
He has a gap.
You said
yeah.
Strahan, right?
Yeah, it's Strahan.
So
It's Michael Strahan and Sarah Haynes. And
there are the number of sports people. I'm probably like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
a talk show host. And it's like, no, these are actually famous.
GMA
athletes.
3, Strahan, Sarah, and Keke.
Yes.
Wow.
I
How
think-
did you know that, Destiny?
because I know useless information.
Wait, did you watch?
Wait,
did you watch them?
We need you on a Quizzo team.
Yes.
You would be fabulous.
I know, just nonsense. I watched like a few episodes, not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch a lot of like morning news programming.
Me
Yeah.
either. Unless
but
I'm like homesick and I'm 12. I'm not watching. I'm not watching that stuff. Keke has won at least 20 different awards, at least, and I think she is nominated for over 50 something. And this includes winning multiple Emmys, multiple NAACP Image Awards. I don't think she won any Teen Choice or Kids Choice Awards, but
Criminal.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
She was
it
like
is-
all
it is
over our
odd,
screen.
yeah.
Right?
Why did she
yeah,
win any
exactly.
Teen Choice or
So
Kids
I
Choice
could be
awards?
wrong. I'm looking at the ever reputable Wikipedia. So
It's usually pretty good with
pretty good.
stats
It
like
it usually
that.
is pretty good,
yeah.
actually. She starred as the youngest and first Black Cinderella on Broadway. And
Oh,
when
I didn't know she
learned
was on
that,
Broadway.
Do you know how devastated I was that I didn't see that?
Yeah, I didn't know she was on Broadway.
I didn't know she was on Broadway either. I thought Brandy was the very first one. Well, Brandy is the
Yeah.
very first one, but I didn't know she took over like that role.
Yeah.
That's new information for me, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
Well, because I remember that the the Cinderella, that also had a Filipino love interest,
I did.
which was a
It
big
did.
deal for us. I was like, oh, like an Asian handsome.
Well, you know they
prince.
came back in the new Descendants movie.
I saw that.
Brandy
I saw
and her
that.
husband,
They
yeah,
they
came back.
barely aged. They look
Yeah.
so good. But yeah, she played Cinderella on Broadway. But it's funny because I didn't realize that it is Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella. So most of the time it is played by a white woman. I remember looking at YouTube being like, oh, I want to see the Cinderella musical Broadway or whatever. Looking at clips and it was a white woman and I was like, what do you? I was like, this is not the same as having Brandy and Whitney Houston as your fucking fairy godmother.
Yeah.
So good.
Whitney.
Sorry, I love that the Descendants is a thing. Love that she's back for that. And then finally, how could we forget that Keke Palmer is a meme queen? Absolute sensation. So many. Sorry to this man. Oh, that's a good one. I know it ain't the stallion. I love that one. Baby, I think Baby This Is Keke Palmer might be my favorite. Destiny, you laughed. How do you feel
She's
about
having me rolling. She's so unapologetically who she is.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Well, I think she named her pod. I think she has a podcast called Baby This Is Keke Palmer. What was it? We were looking up the origin again earlier today because I remember first seeing it and it just never gets old. Was it like the picture of Keke Palmer, like every girl in middle school could suck a mean dick if they looked like this, and it's her with like a bob and the nerdy glasses from Akeelah and the Bee, and this woman being like,
So fucked
"Can you
up.
take this down? This is my sister who died by a metro train."
Yeah, something like that.
They're like, this is really disrespectful. Baby, this is Keke Palmer. Like, what? I just love that she leans into the memes. There's so many. Also, because I know Ain't the Stallion became a TikTok sound.
Yep.
But I also just remembered that the VP or True Jackson VP theme song was a TikTok sound. And you probably didn't even realize it.
No.
From my head to my toes,
Oh, it.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics, but
Never know. Yeah, I know that song.
That's
yeah.
the theme song.
I only know one half of that. Cause I'm the new VP. That's all I
Oh,
know.
yeah. I mean, that's the most important
That's
part.
all I know.
Yes.
Lauren Kiana Keke Palmer was born August 26th, 1993. So she's about
Virgo.
1 month younger than me, but she's a Virgo. And she embraces it. Keke has said, "My work ethic is I'm not playing around," which is how a Virgo would be. You got all the earth signs going on. Morgan's the Taurus, you're a Capricorn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love some earth signs. Also, fun fact, because I think it's probably spelled Kiana, or pronounced Kiana, because people sometimes confuse, oh, she must be Keke short for Kiana. Nope, it's not that. Her name came about because her older sister had an imaginary friend named Keke before she was born.
Oh.
Isn't that so cute? So that's why she's Keke.
Cute.
She was born and raised not far from Chicago. And her mom and dad met in drama school, so they were actors and were actually professional actors before becoming a teacher and a Catholic deacon. The Catholics. So that means, like many child stars who had a religious upbringing, she started singing in church.
I think that's just a part of fame, singing in church. So hopefully, because I sang in church, I'll be published one day.
One day. Fame.
Maybe that is through. Maybe that's the through line.
God said you will be rewarded.
Yeah.
For those vocals. And her parents were very supportive, which makes sense because singing in church, that's a good activity. Plus, if they are professional actors, like they're into this. And so, since the early 2000s, Keke has been, as folks say, booked and blessed. Her IMDb list is miles long.
And yet no Kid or Teen Choice Awards.
I don't think so. Fact check me, please. Keke said, "My mom always encouraged me to do everything. She told me I didn't have to do one thing. She gave me people to admire in that way, like Sammy Davis Jr., Judy Garland, and even Queen Latifah. And she made me feel like creativity was not subjugated to just one medium and that I could always express it in different ways. I wasn't thinking about it quite as articulately as that at a young age. I was thinking more like, I like to sing, I like to act, and I like to dance." And she really has become at least a triple threat at this point.
Yep.
So I'm glad her mom encouraged her.
I really appreciate family like that. My family encouraged me no matter what I wanted to do, no matter what me and my siblings wanted to do. It was always, you can do whatever you want to do. I used to want to be a model, and they were like, yeah, let's get on board with that one. And then when I left that behind, they were like, okay, now she's
I'm glad you left the model thing behind because that shit's toxic as fuck. But I'm glad you had parents who supported you.
But I had a lot of family that were just like, hey, let's go. Let's do whatever you want. Do whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And then, like you said, you're being a writer, your brother being an artist. And that's why you got your sister, the lawyer and the real estate agent.
Yes.
And then y'all the artists. She started acting at the age of 9, so little, and her first on-screen role was as Gina's niece in Barbershop 2, Back in Business, in 2004. Also in 2004, she landed one of her first TV roles in Cold Case. Right? And then in 2005, once you do Cold Case, you go over and film
Law and Order?
Law and Order
SVU. You got everyone.
Everyone
goes to Law and Order.
Everyone. Also did ER, some TV movies. She's in a bunch of different stuff. But more importantly, in 2005, Keke signed a record deal with Atlantic Records and got her foot in the door at Disney. But I don't know if you knew this, but this same year, producer Ralph, I don't know how to say that, helped Palmer book the starring role in a Disney Channel pilot titled Keke and Jamal. But the pilot was not picked up and never aired. So she was going to have her own show on Disney.
Oh.
But who cares? She got hers on Nickelodeon then. And then in 2006 was her real breakout role, Akeelah in the
Yep,
Bee.
I remember
And
that.
we were talking earlier about proving people wrong with the dictionary.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was off the record.
Well, it was off the record?
I think so.
No, because there's the famous part, I don't remember what the exact line is, but like Lawrence Fishburne is like, ain't in the dictionary, stop using the word ain't. And she points it out because they put it in the dictionary because it's a real word as soon as people start using it. And she proved Lawrence Fishburne wrong.
I remember learning how to spell prestidigitation from that.
Holy shit.
Can you still
Can
spell
you
it?
still spell it?
Can you do it spelling bee style? You got to say it. What is it? Say the word, spell it, and then say the word?
That's a lot of pressure now. Just I'm curious if you could remember
Hope
it.
I get it right. Prestidigitation. Prestidigitation.
I guess that's right.
I'm
I don't
taking
know.
your
We don't
word
know how to
for it.
spell it. Yeah.
I don't know how to
It
spell
could
it.
be
Your
wrong,
word.
guys. Please don't fact check.
You sounded really smart though.
Well, listen.
Were you were you jump roping while you spelled it? Is that
No.
what she does in the movie? She like channels her jump roping, I think.
No, I think you're mixing up two movies. I think you're
I
mixing up
swear.
Jump In and
And
Akeelah
Jump
the
In.
Bee.
Wait, what does she do though? Is it hopscotch? She does no.
Hopscotch
Please,
was also in Jump In. So
stop. What am I talking about? Can you please look
No,
this
I
up?
think there's something with the
There's-
rhythm of
She
like
does
how
the
she
rhythm of
remembers
something
things.
to like remember how to spell words. So I don't know if it's like dancing, jump rope. She watches the decom jump in, and that's how she remembers how to spell words. So I need to know, because I have a terrible memory. So sometimes I'm like, am I actually completely misremembering this?
oh my god, I spelled it right.
Oh, she spelled it right. She wins the bee.
I found a clip, but of course I gotta wait for the ad.
Oh
to
my
load.
god! I'm sorry. If you can swing
Okay,
it,
so
get
wait.
YouTube Prime or whatever.
Here's this. Hold on, let me.
Is that the Queen Angela Bassett?
Yes! Wait,
That's Auntie
stop.
Angela.
You need to hear Kiki's impression of Angela Bassett. So good.
Why you got all these toys?
Making a jump rope?
Yes, just jump.
Where's the Yo! I was right!
Oh, she was right.
I was right!
Okay.
Why she jumping rope like that?
Destiny, you gotta show her how to do it. You said I haven't done it in 20 years.
That's
but-
a lot of energy. Like to kick your foot out?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of energy.
I'm tired looking.
She
at
wasn't.
it.
Yeah, she wasn't doing it like boxer style where you
Mhm.
jump over. That was complicated.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
but
you're
let me-
about
let
to
me say
say-
this. I just wanted to say, director of Akeelah and the Bee, Doug Atchison, said that he chose to cast Palmer because, quote, I didn't want to have painstakingly extract a performance from a kid line by line, but somebody who I could collaborate on as an actor and a director and not just a child, even though she
Wow.
was a child.
Wow.
So she had the chops from like, it was more than just, it was different than other child actors. Like
Dakota
she can-
Fanning.
Yeah, Dakota Fanning, like, oh no, this is a prodigy of an actor. This is not just a kid that I'm getting
Yeah.
her sidelines. So yeah, so
Did you
she's-
ever want to be an
been a
actress, Destiny?
Yep. Did that.
Did you really? Did you go like castings or anything?
No, I didn't like do it. I mean, I was like, no. I was like in drama and theater and
Okay.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
Oh no, that's
What was
Like
your go-to
thespian
monologue?
stuff.
Monologue.
Yeah,
or
what was your
songs. Did you,
go-to?
like, were you in like musical theater?
No, not
Stuff
musical
like-
theater because after church, I kind of like put singing to the
Mhm.
side.
Okay.
I used to want to be a singer. I used to want to be an actress. I used to want to be a model. I used to want to do all of that. But writing was always right there. Like,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
really want to do this, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah, I do, but I ignored it until I was like 13. Then I was like, I'm not ignoring it anymore.
I ignored it until she was the old age of 13. I can't believe she didn't figure out what she wanted to do with her life till she was 13 years old.
And ever since then, I've known.
I still don't know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, almost.
And then in 2006, she was in Medea's family reunion. And then the next year, 2007, in Tyler Perry's House of Pain. And I don't know how you feel about Tyler Perry, because I know he's kind of like a polarizing guy, but
Yeah, he's definitely polarizing, especially for me as a writer.
I'm sure.
I've talked about this with my brother a lot.
Does he have opposing feelings? I could see you and your brother seeing like two different.
We basically see the same thing. I mean, we understand the impact he's had on the Black community 100%. Like, we need that kind of impact. And to his credit, he says that the stories that he writes and he makes are for the people he writes and makes them for. And you know who you are if you are one of those people. So I 100% understand that. Plus, I have a lot of like great memories watching Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah.
I just think, as somebody, for me, who doesn't write in the same strict vein as he does, it's just, it's nice to see people of color doing other things that we haven't been able to do, or people say we haven't been able to do, like fantasy and sci-fi and stuff like that. But that's just me. That's what I enjoy doing. I think Tyler Perry's good at what he does.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's basically the one of the arguments that Keke makes for him, that she understands the critics, but her whole thing is, again, doing something for the Black community. She said, I love and respect Tyler for doing his thing and doing the one thing that's the hardest for white, Black, male, female, anybody to do, which is to own, produce, and distribute your own stuff.
Yeah, that's intense.
So that's what was like I think the big deal in terms of like generational impact. Like, huge deal. I mean, clearly he helped give us Keke Palmer in a way. Like, sure, he helped, that helped a lot. Then 2007, alongside Corbin Bleu, we got Jump In. And then now we're still in 2007, and it's September 18th.
So Uncool.
Keke Palmer's debut album
studio
drops
album
at FYE, Target, Kmart, all the greats. Did you have her album?
No.
Did you know this song? Did you know this album existed?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know either.
I was not on. I guess I was So Uncool. Really,
You were so right.
Because I was not on to So Uncool.
No, like I was more, like I said, I was definitely a Disney kid. I listened to Miley, Demi, Selena. Like, I listened to
same.
I was a Disney kid.
Well, also because we were Disney kids, and even if we like weren't strictly Disney kids or whatever, we would have been exposed to certain kinds of music just from following those things, like Disney radio, or just like even the marketing they'd target towards you. And because this was Atlantic Records, they weren't, you know what I mean? They don't have they're huge, right? But they don't have the Disney marketing machine behind you. Like Disney, we've seen it with other artists. You could like not be that big at the time, or they'll make sure it at least kind of sells.
Yep.
So I did not hear about it at all. But I was 14. So you were probably what, like 12?
Yeah, probably like 12.
Yeah. And you were probably like 13. So for me, that means I'm a freshman in high school. And it was my first year as a public school student. Oh, that was freeing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I fucking hated Catholic school. What else is going on? So 12-year-old you, can you remember what would have been number one on the Billboard Hot 100 around this time? I'm so bad at this. Morgan's pretty good at this game.
It's 2000.
It's 2007?
Yeah, September 18th. So think back to school around 2007. I'm going to read you the top 10.
Yeah, please.
But like, all right, the first one, Crank That, Soulja Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we all know how to do that.
Yeah, right? Superman That Hoe. 2 was Kanye West.
Good Life?
Mm-mm.
Stronger?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
3 was a Fergie song. You like it. It's not my favorite.
Glamorous?
Glamorous?
No, I like Glamorous.
Fergalicious?
Oh, I love
Big Girls
Fergalicious.
Don't Cry.
I
love Big Girls Don't Cry.
I love Big Girls Don't Cry.
It's so good, especially the third verse. Like a little.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
good.
I'm all about Fergalicious.
Nah,
that
Big Girls
music,
Don't
watching
Cry.
that music video made me realize something when I was little. I didn't realize it. It awoke something.
Yeah.
4, I totally forgot about this song. And I feel like the beat of it, I was like, there were times where I was trying to name, like, what does this sound like? Was it a Justin Timberlake song? No, it was like a Timberland song. What was it? I couldn't remember it. The song "The Way I Are," him and Carrie Hilson.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. 5, Sean Kingston.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Beautiful
Not
Girl.
Yeah.
Is it beautiful?
Yeah,
Okay.
Beautiful
All
Girls.
right.
Okay, 7, white rock band. Really popular acoustic guitar. Plain White Tees.
Oh, I would have.
Okay.
Hey There, Delilah.
Hey There, Delilah.
Yeah, Hey
Is
There,
that what the one?
Delilah. Yeah, they did you watch the episode of, oh no, you said you were a Disney girl.
No,
Yeah,
I watched the episode of
where
okay.
Plain White Tees came on.
Yes.
Came on.
I was a
Guest
predominantly
starred?
Disney girl. However, I did like certain shows
Yeah,
on,
I fucked
on
with
Nickelodeon,
iCarly.
and iCarly was one of them.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. Next. Oh, number 8 is another white rock band. Nickelback.
Oh, I love No, don't
I
lie.
know. I understand.
Nickelback.
I've been down to the
Nickelback-
bottom of every
Nickelback gets
bottle.
way too much hate for no reason.
I know.
Like,
They're like funny about it though.
ridiculous.
I feel like they're really good sports. Okay. So Nickelback, Rockstar.
oh,
Panic
yeah.
at the Disco.
There's no.
That was literally my band growing up. I
Oh,
just like
so good.
I lived and breathed Panic at the Disco.
I wanted to
growing
see
up.
photos from your like emo phase.
No, I didn't have an emo phase, an outward emo phase, because I didn't have money to have an outward emo phase. But I had an inward emo phase.
Yeah, they did
That's
take it
still
like
going
you had
on.
to have money, mall money.
Yeah.
To go to Hot Topic.
Exactly.
See, I had the hand me downs. I got the older cousins who liked this stuff. I actually liked my hand me downs. And then number 9 is Fabulous featuring Neo. I don't think I remembered this song.
Make Me Better.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 10 is Plies and T-Pain.
Oh, I know the song. What is the song? What's the song? I know this song.
It's one word.
There's a lot of one words. Said Plies and T-Pain.
Yeah.
Shoddy.
Shoddy.
Shoddy what?
It's all it says.
Just Shoddy?
Just shoddy. No, I had to.
guarantee
I
you,
remember.
I
No,
guarantee
I
if I
had
heard
to.
this
I
song,
had
I'd be
to.
like, I know this
Yeah,
song.
I had to look it up because when I heard the chorus, I was like, oh, I know it. But I also was like, what? So that's what's going on in music. On television and in fashion, High School Musical 2 has been out for about a month.
That was
Wow.
my jam.
Yeah.
The High School Musical series was my jam. I
Yes.
lived, ate, and breathed it.
Who was your favorite character?
Okay. As a kid, growing up, I really, really, really liked Troy a lot because I had a crush on him.
Yes.
I think we all had like a crush on him at some point in time. But as an adult, I'm like, Sharpay.
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
What's happening? Why was she the villain?
Right.
Like,
Right.
makes no
I
sense
love
to
her.
me.
I love
Sharpay. And it makes sense because I was very much a
Were you a Sharpay?
I was a similar kind of girl. If you let my family tell it, they would.
Yeah.
Oh
she's
my
a Sharpay
god!
kind
Stop!
of person.
I could so see you as Sharpay. Like when you're like really when you're.
I used to quote her all the time.
When you're in a when you have like a moment of you're like, oh, I'm that bitch. You're feeling confident.
I used to quote her all the time.
I just see the Sharpay
I used to be like,
energy coming out.
evaporate, tall person.
The 50th Primetime Emmy Awards happened the day before this was released, and apparently the Fox pre-show was spreading a rumor that Britney Spears would appear and apologize for earlier year's VMAs incident, which was when she performed Gimme More.
Oh
and
my
it was
gosh.
really bad. Everyone was like made fun of her, but then later in her book, The Woman in Me, she revealed that she had just had a panic attack right before she went on.
You see, you got the early 2000s and the way we treated mental health
Yes.
was crazy. Was like absolutely insane. We would never treat mental health like that.
I know.
nowadays.
It was,
Like,
I know.
It was so fucked
it was
up.
awful.
So awful. Back to school fashion would include chunky highlights and side bangs. I did not have the chunky highlights, but I did have swoopy like side bangs. Ultra wide belts. I had some of those.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Did you have? Wait, Destiny. I know you wouldn't have had this, Morgan. Did you ever have like it was like the braided like metallic belt? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it was like gold. Or I had one that was like rose gold, or copper. And stuff.
all spandex. The rest of it.
No, I had some like that though too.
I miss
It's like a chain.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had that.
Fitted vests, which you would have loved. You probably I had.
I would have loved, but I was not a part of that. I
Yeah.
wore
Oh,
t-shirts.
I
That's all
had-
I wore.
I didn't wear t-shirts.
like the little like my newsy fashion, and thinking of like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had that. So should we keep it moving along by going into the album?
Yeah.
So Uncool, it debuted on September 18, 2007. Some interesting, familiar producers. J.R. Rodham. He worked with Baby V on Sneaker Night.
Baby V.
And-
Sneaker night. Oh, basically what we're gonna do is dance. That was my song.
Stop, I love
Also
it.
worked with Ashley Tisdale on He Said, She Said.
That was my album. I will.
Girl, you need to listen to the podcast.
I love that album.
Now that you're on here, you need to listen to it. Listen
Okay.
listen to those episodes.
And he also worked with Rihanna on SOS. So
Did you know it's Rihanna? Because I only recently fixed that.
Yeah, it's Rihanna, or her. That's her middle name. But
Yeah, well, because I know it was like a lot of people say Rihanna.
well, that's how you say it in America. But like she
It's
pronounces it Rihanna.
yeah. I've recently started saying. I was like, oh, okay.
Also have Toby Gabb, who co-wrote All of Me by John Legend. And he also wrote Big Girls Don't Cry by Fergie.
And
if
they have
I-
the line, "I miss you like a child misses their blanket."
And If I Were a Boy by Beyonce.
Oh, that was my theme song when I was a kid. I used to sing it at talent shows.
I
If
love
were a
that
boy.
song.
Yeah, I used to sing it at talent shows all the
Of course you do
time.
talent shows. I love this.
I did, and I think I won second place
Oh.
singing "If I Were a Boy." In
If
my
you were
Hell
a
yeah.
boy, you would have gotten first.
8th grade talent show.
Ooh. Okay.
And then Dark Child, who produced Boy's Mine. It's not right, but it's okay. So pretty,
Oh,
Dark
wow.
Child produced everything in the 90s
Mhm.
and the early 2000s. Dark Child was all over, Destiny's Child. That was literally just a lot of him.
Yeah.
So she's has a stacked
Yes.
production team.
Yes. So it peaked at number 26 on the US Heat Seekers albums, and it hit number 86 on the top R&B/hip hop albums. So I found an interview from this time with Keke. She was asked why call the album So Uncool. She said, being different, some people may think that you're so uncool, but at the same time, that makes you cool because you're just being yourself. So the whole
right.
thing with the name is just about being you, being different. That describes me. She was asked, how'd you even decide to do an album? I never really necessarily said I'm going to do an album, but I always thought that when I grew up, I'd be a singer. And after I did Akeelah and the Bee, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were doing a song on it, and they were talking to the director saying that if I could sing, then it'd be good for me to try to go out and make an album. So we thought about it for a while, and then the director told my mom what they said, and she said, well, maybe we should. So
The rest is history.
the rest is history. Started on the first song on the album, Keep It Moving. So let's see if... Does this bring anything up for you, Destiny?
Sounds like early 2000s music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of songs I was listening to that had that same just beat and melody, music.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say they do this on I think several songs throughout this album, and I just remember distinctly hearing at this time the wee wee. Can you go to 17 through 25? You'll know what I mean.
Yep. That was in all the 2000
Yeah,
songs.
all the songs though. Wee wee. They already have it on several songs on this album alone. I love the laugh up front and the self introduction.
It's Keke P.
Yeah, it's Keke P. Baby V and Keke P.
Yep.
I think it's so funny, and this kind of goes for the whole album for me. there are some songs that I'm like, yo, these are bops. Like, why wasn't this playing?
Mm-hmm.
And then there are others where I'm like, this is so funny and like kids bop, and the way
Yeah.
that like the way they have the lyrics takes you totally out of the space. It's
Yep.
like we'll go through them, but everybody knows that school's out, no doubt, is kind of like but even like what was it? Oh, the rap part. I forget who's rapping it,
Big
but like
Meech.
okay, it's summertime, about a party like a rock star. Like it's just very like 7 days of the week. It's we've talked about this before on the podcast. Like think about who did Hillary Duff sing with? Was it Lil Bow Wow? Lil Bow Wow,
Little Romeo.
Lil Romeo. Lil Romeo, who else? Not Nick Carter, the brother. Aaron Carter. They all had songs that are kid party songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's what it's kid party music. It's all about like turning up responsibly. Like it's like they say turn up, but they don't say turn up, and it's just so funny.
They say keep it moving.
Keep it moving. There was one line that I'm like, I don't know what this means because I don't know this slang. They know how to drook it. I was like, I'm too white to know what that means. Do you know what that means?
How do you spell it?
We're here to drook it. DRUKE it. Yeah, they know how to drook it. I think that was the only thing I was like, that's new slang to me. I don't think I know what that means.
Well, I must be white too.
Wait,
like,
say it again?
Drook? It's somewhere. Hold on. Wait, did I make this? I swear to God.
Did you have like an autocorrect thing?
Maybe. I don't know.
Read
Online.
the full lyric.
Yeah, they know how to drook it. That's what it said online. What is it?
Jerk it.
Oh! But we just thought it sounded like drook it. Yeah, I guess that's what like the auto captions
Only use genius.com for lyrics. I don't know where the fuck. What website you went to?
I don't know.
Go
Probably
to
whatever
genius.com.
Google or like was Spotify auto does it.
Drook
Drook
it.
it. I was like, what the fuck is drook? It's a Chicago thing. That's so jerk it. Okay.
The game song?
The games.
Yeah.
Yo, this was another one. Listening to this as a 30-year-old, I was like, I immediately laughed. I was like, I can't take this song seriously because the opening line is, I turned 13, I can keep company. I was like, how am I supposed to listen to this as a 30-year-old? And 13 at a certain point does feel super adult. Right? Like, but it's just so funny because can you imagine seeing a 13-year-old now and be like, I can keep company.
Ew.
I'm 13. Like, it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, this is weird. Shut it down. But it's like, we're 13 and that's how you feel. Play 25 through 45. I think that just, and that might be what sets up the song, the concept. That's why I hate Madden. So funny.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, is she talking about playing a video game? Is that what
Yes, Madden.
Oh my God.
She's literally said the concept.
It's
of
called
the, story,
the game song.
I just thought she was just saying nonsense.
No,
Like, she's
right?
talking about playing a video. Okay.
She's playing.
I didn't connect it either
The
at
story
first.
is that's why I look at the lyrics while I'm listening to the song so I can follow the story.
Yeah, I turned.
He she was totally fine. Had a great relationship, but then she got all the attention from her boyfriend until her pops got her the new PS3.
Oh, we had a PS3.
And
And
then
a 20-inch
the
flat
boyfriend-
HD.
And then so the boyfriend keeps coming around, but now all he cares about is the TV and the video games, and it's like he's using her.
That's why I hate Madden.
And that's why I hate Madden.
Because
Oh,
that
that's why-
joystick.
So
That's why.
funny.
That's
That
why I hate
joystick messed around and
Skyrim.
took my boyfriend.
That's
What?
so funny. To be fair, my brother hates Madden too. He's just
Yeah.
like, play some fun games,
Yeah.
guys.
That's why he hates Madden.
13 boyfriend. I didn't have a.
No.
What? What is this?
My
I
parents
was
would not
thinking
have
about-
allowed that.
I was like, that's imagination time.
That's definitely imagination. I was still playing. I was still
yeah.
playing with my brat dolls.
Yeah, I have my
And,
American Girl dolls. I have Barbies.
Yeah.
One more thing in the song. tried to act up, pulled his card like a school ID. And that she was saying pulled his card as in pulling out his memory card.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
And then the fact
I
is like
missed
a
that
school
one.
ID. This is where I'm like, this is truly music for
so
children.
Funny.
Like there's songs on this album that feel like songs for everyone, and that could play not on freaking like teeny bop radio. Like
Children
Disney.
don't listen to music like this though anymore though. Children, like by the time you're 13, 14 nowadays, you're listening to Cardi and Meg and everybody. You're not listening to Disney music.
I know,
this
you're
is
not.
what I listened to when I was his age, but
They're listening to people who are not their age. But the lyrics they were just so funny. Because because the lyrics do have this ability to also be really deep too, like you see in the next song, Music Box.
Do we want to move to that?
Unless you have anything to say. Anything else to say about the game song?
no, that's really funny though.
It's so funny.
So this is Music Box.
I did like this one.
You said you did?
Yeah.
I did too. It was
Me
good
too.
storytelling.
It's the storytelling is really good. Can you hear it?
Yeah, no, I thought it was. I liked the bridge and like the breakdown. I thought it was a good song.
I want to nerd out with Destiny a little bit on the lyrics
Mhm.
because the lyrics are very mature, and the idea is about the song is you have to almost grow up too fast and deal with this trauma. Like she's witnessing landlords kicking people out. It seemed like some sort of like themes of like abandonment by family, all this stuff. Like she talks about how she's sad, she winds up her music box and let it play to drown out sounds of people crying and gunshots and stuff. So what I thought was fascinating lyrically is the juxtaposition between really grown-up matters that you're faced with as a child
And a music box.
and then the juvenile, very childlike things, the music box, the references to classic children's fables with landlord huffed and puffed and blew the house down, and then even the beat in the beginning that she sings to, or whatever the melody is, like some sort of another children's song. So I thought that was really smart, the way the music and the lyrics complemented each other.
Text painting.
Yeah. It was like, I thought it was a really cool context once I realized that. And then this, if you go the breakdown at 2:09, the delivery almost sounds like a double Dutch chant or something.
Oh yeah.
Right?
It's very we used to play like hand games like when we were kids,
or
Miss
those
Mary
like
Mac,
the Miss Mary Mac, yeah. So it's just like, again, like this very childlike innocent thing paired with very adult themes. So I thought that was excellent storytelling. So I was like, this is so different than the game song. Like,
Yes.
it's like, what? Anything else?
Nope.
You ready, Destiny, to move on to
First Crush? So this reminded me of Burn by Usher.
I'd have to hear that.
Like even that little intro.
Now play Burn.
Well, just the opening is very reminiscent of Burn.
This is Burn.
But I understand why. See, it's burning me to hold on to this.
Song.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Do you hear it now, Paige?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd think this is like mirroring some of that music from the time?
A little bit, yeah. But I liked it.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, I wrote that.
Oh, I listened to it. It just wasn't like something that I like. Like I had a lot of crushes when I was a kid, when I was around this age, but I didn't listen to like music about it.
Yeah.
I kind of just like made up stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This covers a theme we see all the time, which is people dismissing children's feelings, especially when it comes to love.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's interesting is what makes this song different is Keke makes a direct plea to the adults, like telling them to think about their childhood. Like,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember your first crush? I thought that was cool. Can you go to 148? About 148 to 214, I thought was really sweet and kind of summarizes this theme. But every other song that talks about being too young and in love it's being sung to their partner, right? And this is like being sung to the audience. And the audience presumably being adults. It's like, don't you remember? And I was like, wow, I haven't really heard another song do that.
But can you remember?
And she apparently had, in her words, I had a little boyfriend via MySpace because I didn't go to regular school. I found most of my friends on MySpace. We really just list to kids on the internet too.
Jesus.
So funny. My family said I could invite his family over. We were sitting on the swings of the jungle gym in my backyard and we had a sweet kiss. We dated for years and we still stay in touch.
All right, so now we're going to Friend Me Up.
She go by the name of Keke Palmer. And I go by the name of Dog Child. You feel it, man? And we don't really need to alarm ya. But this is how we do. I seem to ask the same questions every time.
I like the beat.
Yeah, this was catchy.
Yeah. It fit in with the time that it came out.
Yeah. Another line that reminds you, oh, like, no, this is a 13-year-old singing this. We used to hang together back in middle school.
Jeez.
But she doesn't remember them in the song
It's
either.
so wildly different from somebody like JoJo. When she was 13, she was singing "Leave, Get Out." Nobody would know she was 13 years old singing that song. Talking about "Leave, Get Out." Get out of where?
Is that really? She was really that young?
She was 13. Yes, when she sang that
What?
song.
I mean, even if she's 16, that would be young to me to be like,
She was 13.
13. Yeah, leave. Yeah. Oh my God, get out now. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, that's about a grown-up relationship.
Yeah, it was so grown up. I was just like, wait a minute. You're not in a relationship this serious at 13. There's no way.
No, that's why I think this is kind of cute because, like, some of the sound is mature or, like, you know, a little more complex, like we said with Music Box. And then there's the songs that are just like, yeah, I'm 13. I like to play video games. And I'm in middle school currently. Like, it's just these lines. I'm like, oh no, they like, I kind of appreciate that producers did that. I feel like it's like nice.
And I think
that they let the kids be kids in it.
And I think Friend Me Up might even be a play on like MySpace.
MySpace, like like that's also such a time and a place. Before Follow Me, there was like Add Me, Friend Me.
Top Friends.
Can you play the vocal riffs and ad libs? Basically from like 217 to 237. They're so good. But yeah, this definitely just like feels like a time. But I feel like this is the first time we're really hearing like sing. She doesn't really belt in the other songs yet, right?
How will I know?
How will I know?
Yeah.
I know there is something that I'm feeling, but I can't quite put it into words. It's got me hoping. Every day now, stop. I keep thinking about you. How will I know? How will I know? Could it be the butterfly?
It was okay.
I like it. It reminds me of that late 90s, early 2000s music that I still bop now at 27.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't like this more, Morgan.
Yeah.
I feel like
you know what I really liked though?
This one?
Footworking.
Yo, this was my fave.
So it's
immediately jamming, immediately adding this onto manufactured bops. It's so good.
I feel that cold wind blow, ready to heat it up, late night show. It ain't no fake time to work it up. Let your feet work, put your head jerk on your tiptoes, kicking up dirt with your foot work.
That part is so good. So fucking
it's like,
good.
I was like, this is the better version of Sneaker Night.
Oh my God! Right? That is!
And Guess who wrote this song? The JR guy who also wrote Sneaker Night.
Wow. So,
So I looked
phoned
that
it in for
up
Vanessa.
after. Yeah, he phoned it in for Vanessa. No, I think this could go on Manufactured Box.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. No argument. I was so excited. I love it because for this album, I leaned more towards the stuff with more soul and funk rather than like slower R&B, because you know me, I'm just like, if there's horns, I get super excited. So I feel like such a nerd. So this was so good.
Oh no, it's a fun, catchy song. I like it. I hadn't heard it before now, so Sneaker Night is still number one in my head.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Sneaker Night is what I grew up listening to, and I was just like, I didn't know this existed.
This really is like the better Sneaker Night. It's so funny when you
like anytime
like,
I thought
hear
about
that.
dancing and shoes, I was like, Sneaker Night, obviously. Duh.
Yeah. Are you related?
I don't even wear
Do you-
sneakers.
Yeah,
so.
do you have the energy? Don't want you, what is it?
Passing out after a couple of
hours
beats.
of beats.
Rainbow?
Rainbow. I thought this was also a bop.
It was very good. So here's Rainbow.
I like this. Open with strings.
And then a marimba at 30 seconds.
30, yeah, 30. Oh, that or a xylophone, I don't know, but I loved it. Wait, can you also go to 223? Because I was like, dude, we got Darth Vader on the mic before some vinyl record crackle? Like, what is this?
That did sound
like
that
Darth
did
Vader!
sound like Lord Vader for a second.
And I listened to it multiple times on my headphones being like, am I making this up? Like, is it...
You're like, yeah, no, I didn't.
No, there's a random, like,
Is
can't even
Keke
make the
Palmer
difference.
a member of the Sith? What?
Ooh.
I thought this was like the highlight of the album. Like these next few songs, like Footworking Rainbow.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
Okay, back to Bottoms Up.
Back to Bottoms
Okay.
Up.
Move your hips to your thing. Get off the wall, don't matter what they think. From your fingertips to your toes. You know you hot, so let everybody know. Gotta take it low.
This sounds so 2009, this part.
Yeah.
2007 was just such a time, like
Yeah.
music wise.
I do think it's funny that this is called Bottoms Up, because when I think of Bottoms Up, I think
Trey
of
Songs.
Trey
and
Songs, Nicki.
Minaj.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm thinking about that one. I'm starting to rap it now. That's the one I'm thinking of. But
It's catchy, but it sounds so much of its time.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
it-
even
it-
the lyrics with my stunner shades on.
oh my god,
We got more Wii-U's. 42 seconds. More of the
Okay.
Wii-U's I talked about. They were like, yeah, it's every song. What is that? What instrument? A Wii-U!
Just like a synth, like it's
Oh,
like a manufactured sound. It's
yeah, from Manufactured Bob. The part that stood out to me, 151. I'm only 13, and I ain't even close yet.
oh, well, close to what? Close to what?
I think she's saying like her peak. I think like
Oh,
her potential. That's what I
okay.
think. Like I'm
Makes
so
sense.
like look at how fucking professional and good I am at my job, and I'm only 13, bitch. I'm a prodigy.
yeah, no, I like Bottoms Up.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, it's such a fun 2009 song.
Yeah. Skin Deep.
I really like this one.
Yes,
It reminds me of Unpretty by TLC. Like an early 2000s Unpretty.
Yeah. Also with the classical Chinese influence. That beat is so good.
Plus, I could have
No,
used
it's
this
just a
song growing
little
up.
too
I could have
late.
used it.
Right?
'Cause I didn't even, like, I love TLC, and I did listen to Unpretty, but it's like I completely ignored the words they were saying in Unpretty.
You
like,
needed
just
icon
completely-
Keke Palmer to
I needed
feed
a
it to
bunch
you.
of things. Like, a lot.
No, I love this song. Like I said, I liked the latter half of the album compared to the
Me
first
too.
half.
Me too. We got another Wii U.
Oh,
25.
seconds?
And then shortly after at 27, there's a spoken, you know they're killing you, which I thought was fun. Like they're all over the album. It feels
That's
like
just how they like produce.
it's like the
2000s.
producers had a tick or they were stimming. They're just like, oh yes, that one sound. It does sound so fun. She says, "Stop trying to be Tyra's top model."
Ooh.
Because that was a big show
It
at the
was.
moment. In this early 2000s, America's Next Top Model was everywhere.
I bet you watched it
I
religiously.
watched it religiously.
It was
Like,
it was on
she was my like
Cycle
idol.
12.
Yeah, Tyra Banks was my idol. I wanted to be her. And then by 13, I was like, nah.
No, never mind. The one girl, I forget the contestant name, who's like, who walks in. She's like the white girl. She has short reddish hair, I think. And she's like, I don't want to do this. It's too much pressure. And they're like, that's not very professional, or something like that. And she just turns around and walks out anyway.
Relatable.
It is so relatable. It's like, yeah,
Relatable.
I don't want to do this anymore. It's too much pressure. Wake up call. We've got an answering machine message. Another thing lost in the early 2000s.
Yes, a classic of that time.
Yes. A hallmark of the early 2000s.
It's giving you a wake up call. I'm giving you a wake up.
Oh, wait, also 18 seconds. There was another water bottle sound. Like, oh, it's this drum. I was like, oh, it's these drums. I can kind of like picture them in my head. 18 seconds.
Say I love you when I'm thinking of you. Let you know that you've got friends.
You love the
The water bottle noises.
Yes.
Another line that took me out of it. Don't need no moms and dads. We got it covered.
Oh, that's so funny.
We got it covered. Then the last song.
Hood anthem.
I really like this one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good end to the album.
Yeah.
I really
strong.
like this one. I was like, you better tell her, girl.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, she sings, yes, I'm hood, Hood. Don't speak on it if you don't know what it means. And I was like, I'm not going to speak on it. I was
Right.
like, the only thing I could say is this song and the album overall is so unapologetically black. And
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think-
imagine Disney ever doing
Never.
this.
I was thinking the same thing when I was listening to this. I was like, Disney would never allow them to do this. I was like, what? Yeah, no, I think it speaks to a lot of Black and brown kids who grew up in the inner city, went to inner city schools, and just kind of grew up in that space, that headspace. I went to inner city schools all throughout my life, but I never felt like I grew up like struggling, like in the hood exactly. But I probably did, to be honest. Like,
Parents will shield you from things.
they will definitely shield you
Yeah.
from something. I probably did. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty relatable. I liked it.
Yeah, definitely a strong ending.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really impressive. Like, she was 12 and 13.
12 and 13 doing this, right? Like, that's pretty bonkers.
Like, I was barely getting by trying to learn fucking algebra.
right. She really was a prodigy. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like how Raven, possibly Miley,
Yeah.
right?
But yeah, I mean, we've listened to way worse albums.
yeah, this was
Like, this was probably good in 2007.
Oh, and in 2007 when this came out, this was fantastic.
yeah.
One time in middle school, I dressed up as Keke Palmer.
Photos?
No, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
At least I thought I dressed up with what I thought she would look like, and I didn't have anybody else to like really mirror it because, I was really into Keke Palmer at that moment. And she was like a pretty dark skinned girl, and I was like, I want to be Keke Palmer.
I need to see that. I need you to.
The
I need
shirt
you,
that I had was so cute. I wish I still had that shirt.
you need to do a new Keke Palmer cosplay.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, if you do.
Halloween's in a few weeks.
Oh, that's true.
Halloween
oh my
is
god.
in a few weeks, but I've been trying to like be Shigo for like years now. So I think I'm gonna be Shigo.
Shigo would be good.
I think I'm
be
finally
good.
actually gonna be Shigo. And I'm gonna make my friend Maddie be Kim Possible.
That's fun. Oh, Maddie. I
Ooh.
know Maddie.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you to Destiny for joining us on this latest episode of Girl Manufactured. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in yet again. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe so you're always up to date on our latest episodes. And if you haven't yet, please leave a review. Thank you.